A 29-year-old San Ignacio Town Council employee was stabbed to death outside the Macal River Park in San Ignacio Town. Matthew Smith, a resident of Belize City, reportedly left the old capital after numerous run-ins with the law. His former housemate and friend, Jeffrey Tillett, told News 5 off-camera that Smith moved away from the city in search of a better life for himself.
All I could say, I don't know why, but I know the man I'm a fighter and I'm a strong man to take lick in their life. All kind of things, so I think the man may survive. But we watching the man, me don't go through a lot of stabbing and things, so this is not the first time, in history. Well, the man set them if he help a family and thing and get out of this poverty and thing because then the man never got a good background or like family where could like help out the man like in a real kind of way. So the man have to do everything by himself. So sometimes media help the man to carry the man was there. Me, I think I helped me a lot so.
Smith would later settle in San Ignacio. He was employed at the San Ignacio Santa Elena Town Council, where Mayor Earl Trapp gave him a job with the construction crew. Mayor Trapp says he had several conversations with Smith during his time at the council. He described the young man as a hard worker, but short-tempered.
Matthew Smith was hard-working. When he got into his work, he would work. But like many people, he had a little shortcoming. And I think he was too impatient and a little boisterous. I had warned him on several occasions about his behavior. But like I said, I'm not sure what transpired, if it was his fault or not. But I mean, it's not about trying to put anybody bad, but the thing is that he was very much too outspoken, boisterous, and impatient. My heart really goes out to his family because he told me he had 2 or 3 children, and he really needed a job. That's the reason why I went the extra mile to honestly keep him on the job. As, like I said, he had ups and downs, and I had to call him to the office on several occasions. But he was into his family, and yes, I'm sure his family will miss him.
Smith met his untimely demise during the town's Independence Day concert at the Macal River Park. According to police, Smith was involved in an altercation outside of the venue. ASP Fitzroy Yearwood linked that Independence Day incident to a prior altercation also involving Smith in San Ignacio Town.
We know that investigators so far uncovered that Matthew Smith was involved in a fight with a group of men at the Macal Park, where there was a function being held after the parade. This fight is a two-pronged incident because these gentlemen were involved in another fight on the 20th of September at a dance that was being held at a venue in San Ignacio also. It is unfortunate that the rival group saw him at Macal Park and somebody else that was in his company that they were involved with that fight on the 20th night. Mr. Smith received some fatal injuries, and since then we have detained several parties that were involved in both fights that we believe could shed some light on this incident.
According to Yearwood, there were in excess of 30 officers on duty at the event on Independence Day. Notwithstanding the number of officers, the magnitude of the crowd at the venue may have contributed to officers not seeing when the fight took place. In spite of the fatal stabbing, Mayor Trapp commended the officers who were on duty for their service to the town during the days of celebration.
I received a call about 7:30 from the superintendent of police here, informing me that there was an unfortunate incident where someone was stabbed and unfortunately succumbed to his injuries. He said he was at the hospital and the guy had passed away. You know, then we investigated and we later learned that it was one of our very own employees. Like I said, unfortunately, it happened outside, and something that honestly I had the night before or even yesterday during my speech, I commended the police department for doing an excellent job, of which they have done an excellent job during the celebrations, and I must take this time to really commend them for a job well done, because at the end of the day, it's not like we can eradicate crime. No, things will happen, but they did an excellent job indeed.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.